So we want to talk about the 50 years that Oro Valley has
Okay.
been a town. So what I have for you here is, could you recall that in 1974, what led to the need for Oro Valley to become a town?
Oh, I think so. They'd been working on it for several years, of course. But one primary thing was law enforcement. We were a part of the county, and so it was in charge. The sheriff department was in charge. But Pima County is so big, they really couldn't cover it well. The other thing was Tucson was very intent on annexing all this property in the northwest Tucson, and we didn't really want to be annexed by the city of Tucson. So that was another factor. But those were two major factors that we wanted to have our own area planning, develop a nice community, and that's what we started to do.
Good, good. What do you think makes what do you think is so special about Oro Valley?
Oh, I think it's a very nice, quiet, generally area, uh, well zoned, well maintained. Uh, Building has been proper. Uh, Streets, shrubbery, trees throughout the area has kept it into a very, docile type of community. And with the law enforcement ourselves, uh, our crime has been very, very little. One of the safest cities in the country, they say. And that was a big, big faucet. And we didn't know how bad it was going to be today throughout the world. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Alrighty. So my next question for you is, what is your favorite thing about Oro Valley?
Well, we came to this area before it was Oro Valley a little bit, of course. But uh, just having this was kind of interpreted to be a bedroom community, not a lot of commercial. But that changed when El Conquistador came in and Sun City came along. It just blew it wide open, and the growth has been phenomenal. But it's been managed very well, the growth.
Um, what do you think Oro Valley has become 50 years later?
Very viable, very nice community, growing community, attracting small industry, uh, big development. Our valley's running out of land some way, but it has, when we were incorporated, it was about 1,800 people. Now it's 55,000. So that tells you the growth in 50 years. And it's been a very sustained growth all the way through.
Beautiful, beautiful. Can you recall 50 years ago how it all came together? You came with four other individuals as well, or including
Yeah.
yourself. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, I was not one of the founders, but I got here in '72, so I became involved in the incorporation right away. Uh, Other names of Steve Engel, Jim Cree, Lois Lambertson, and myself, and one more on the first council. And there was opposition to being incorporated. And my wife was the first town clerk when we first met. Took shorthand, so she took the notes. Our first meeting was across the street here in a little motel up on the hill. We had rented one room. That was the town of Oro Valley. And that was where all the business was done. That was where the planning was done until we moved on and had our council meetings up at high school at CDO in the library. And the town little motel was still the town office. So it was very small, but getting together and getting people on committees and so on was quite easy. Everybody wanted to help in some way. But there was opposition, so some council meetings were a little contagious. But anyway, those who wanted to incorporate it survived, And so in a few months, why, that was tempered down quite a bit. And then good people came along and we were there for a few years. Steve Engel was the mayor for a number of years, super businessman. And so I think, having good people and having a desire to make something work proper, that was what did it,
That's good. That's good. That's very good. Are you happy with the outcome?
Oh yeah, very much. You'd always like to say some things different, but overall, you drive up through past the hospital and up into that area, a lot of small, high-tech businesses, chemicals, eyeglasses, all of that has taken place, which helps the city draw, good technical people, good citizens, pretty well-paying jobs, most of that type of thing. The way it's developed without any property taxes has been amazing, I think that the development, the way it looks, the streets, trees, the architecture has been very, very good.
Beautiful.
I'm very pleased with it.
Great. Is there anything else that you would like to add that I haven't asked you?
No. When you incorporate one night and the next day you're on your own, it's pretty tough. We had no law enforcement. We had to develop our own. We contracted with the county sheriff for a while and started building. Excuse me. That, having nobody in charge of anything at 10 o'clock at night and the next morning, we had to have in charge of everything, so, and it was quite small, as I say, but the highway still had a lot of people going back and forth all the time. So we had to get control of everything by ourselves and got some good people, volunteers to help, and then it just developed into, stealing people where we could and then getting people trained, and it was a slow process, but good. It was, somebody asked, how do you start a town? My answer is with difficulty. With difficulty, yeah. But the results are worth it, So, yeah, overall, I think everybody is pretty much pleased. It's a very safe community. People want to come to Oro Valley. It grows and grows and grows, And the problem of long-term growth right now is value of the access to other land. We're running out a little bit, But anyway, it's pretty good size now. And when you put Miranda with it, that's a real big community. Very big.